And now we can stop talking like old men and all our ailments and shit.
That's what old people do, man.
I'd always heard that talking about it. And the older I get, the more I find myself talking about my health, and I hate it.
That's what you have to do,
I guess. Guys, welcome to the show. This is Monkey of the Morning. I am Monk. He is Jack. Say hello, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
Jack, how you been, my friend?
Oh, usual. How about yourself?
I'm not gonna bitch because things could be so much worse. But I will say I feel like somebody's trying to ruin my Christmas. Except I'm really excited about Christmas this year, and it's just shit. Let me tell you about my day, Jack. Last night, about 8 o'clock in the evening, my wife came to me and said, "Honey, the heater's not working." And it hasn't worked since. We called I called and left a message with the people who take care of our heater for us at like 6:30 this morning, and he calls me back at about 8:30 this morning. And he goes, "Yeah, we'll try to get somebody out there to you." They finally came sometime after noon. I finally passed out because I'd been up all night waiting, making sure that the couple of space heaters we have don't catch fire or anything,
Yeah, of course.
And so the guy finally gets here and tells my wife, yeah, he can fix it, but he doesn't have time today to drive back to the shop, get the part he needs, and come back. So he'll just be back in the morning. It is 63 degrees in my house right now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I run a constant 65 personally.
Ours is usually 68, and I can't take cold at all. So it's kind of sucky, but is what it is.
Yeah. Well, that cold thing is going to get a lot worse when you get like 70. Apparently your ability to get warm is gone forever.
Mine is already gone. The whole thing with my neck has thrown off my internal temperature. Yeah. If my hands just get a little bit cold, they literally like turn into ice, to the point where if Lady Monkey isn't feeling well, I will just put my hand on her forehead as like an ice pack, and she just goes, oh,
wow.
Yeah. It's wonderful. Don't get old, people. Don't get old. Stay young. But other than that, and my lingering cold, things have been pretty good. I've gotten to see all of my children and grandchildren recently, and that is always welcome.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah. So good times, but it's just those little things. And the worst part of the thing with the heater, I love my wife, but she is such a worrier. It's 63 degrees in the house. Our pipes are underground, and then they go through the in between the two floors. So there's the basement and then the technical first floor of the house, even though it's a 2-story house. So all of the pipes are internal, right? And she is desperately worried that they're going to freeze or burst because of this heater not working. I'm like, baby, it's 63 degrees in here. If our pipes freeze, we have much bigger problems.
Yeah, it's got to get a lot colder than that, dude. I'm in a really old house. Pipes freeze pretty much annually here. So I know all about that. Just let them drip a little bit. That's all you have to do.
Ours have never frozen. It's because of the way the house is built and everything. It would take an incredible feat for that to happen. Real quick, anthropomorphism, thank you. If Jesus died for our sins, who died for cosine and tangent? It's tangent, right?
Yeah.
I hate you a little bit right now. I hate you just a little bit for that.
Math jokes are tight.
Kamala's vaginal HPV tumor. Thank you so much, and I am so sorry. This was sent 2 days ago. Said, had a shitty day, could use a stream. Don't you have a family to feed? Dance for me, monkey. I do, and I have to basically work every moment of the rest of this month to make up for all of the time I've had off this month.
Oh my God, yeah. Like we need to make a lot of money this month, dude. I'm
Yeah,
way
I've done
behind
like
on bills.
I've done like one stream this month. It's either one or two for the whole month. Yeah. And I feel lazy as shit because of it. My family kept saying that plumbing was frozen. Turns out it was a tree root. Oh, dude. That sucks.
Damn. Yeah. That's usually a plumbing issue.
Ours don't really freeze. I mean, when they built this house, they made some very, very good decisions. And we've had the heat go out before in winter. It's just something that happens. I was really hoping this was the thermocouple because that is a really cheap fix. Instead, it's a transformer in the electronics of the heater. Even when we've had it go out at like the worst possible time, like the coldest days here, our house never got below 45 degrees, which, don't get me wrong, is cold as fuck. But it wasn't so bad that it would freeze our pipes. Up here, a lot of the people who end up with frozen pipes, actually, it turns out to be like people who live in trailers because all the pipes run underneath the trailer and they just have like skirting on it or something, and there's no actual insulation.
Yeah, if you didn't insulate your pipes, that's just a terrible idea.
It's also how a lot of them end up destroying their pipes because then they like try to put a space heater out there. I had one friend who took a blowtorch to his pipes.
Oh,
like,
geez.
bro. Yeah,
What
he ended up. He burned down his shed that had his water stuff in it.
I'm not surprised.
Dumbass.
No, this house, since I moved into my parents' house, this was actually my grandparents' house at one point. And my grandfather had put all the electrical and plumbing in. So this house had none until the late 40s, early 50s.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so I know where most of the pipes and stuff are because we've had to work on them over the years.
Thank you over on the Streamlabs Chaos One. Since my last message, I have patched things with my fiance. My birthday was on the 10th, but I was out of country meeting soon to be new family. I will have family in Thailand, Japan, and China. Also, my fiance's father asked if I was sure no take backsies.
No take backs. That's awesome. He called it.
I was actually watching a video about Japan today, and your family is going to include Japanese, Taiwanese, and Chinese. Can you guys even have a family reunion kind of thing? Won't that lead to war?
Yeah, they all fight. They recreate various battles from World War II.
Yeah.
That's hot, though. I mean, congratulations.
Yes, congrats. Oh, my God. What was I talking about? Nothing really, so we can move along. Oh, happy birthday to you. Did you want a song? I'm happy to do so. Oh, isn't it Random's birthday? Or yesterday was or something?
I don't know.
Random. I have to go to my notifications or my chat. What did Twitter do? Why is it always on the For You tab now?
I don't know.
Yes, Random's birthday. Random, this one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday.
The birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Random American. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sir. Yeah, he noticed in our DMs that the last time he spoke to me in DM was to tell me it was his birthday.
Nice.
Chaos One, thank you. Thailand, not Taiwan. Oh, my bad. I said Taiwanese, didn't I?
Yeah, as opposed to the sexy ties.
Instead of Thailandese. My bad.
Well, if you have any non-hot lady boys, you got some like chicks that are really pretty that don't have wieners that like them fat old Americans, let me know.
Yeah, I don't know why I confuse Thailandese with Taiwanese. I think it's just the Thai part of it.
Yeah, they both start with a T.
Yeah. These things happen.
Yeah,
Anyway, Chaos, happy birthday. I really do hope you had a good one. And even if you don't want it, I'm going to sing to you because I don't really have a topic for tonight. So, Chaos 1, this one is for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
to you 9 days ago.
Happy
birthday to you 9 days ago. Happy birthday to the Chaos 1 9 days ago. Happy birthday to you.
Belated.
I'm sorry I was so late. Happy birthday. I hope you had a great one. I really do. Looney Lenny, thank you so much. My parents used to live in a trailer when I was a baby and put trash bags of leaves around it. According to them, even the cold water was warm. Any kind of insulation will help. A lot of people, what they do though is they just use. You ever seen what that skirting is? It's just like thin aluminum.
Oh yeah, that's some shit. A buddy of mine used to live in a trailer, and his pipes would always freeze. And he was super lazy, so he'd buy me pizza to go make sure the skirting was up, and check the insulation and shit like that.
Thankfully, I mean, it is cold up here, but we're not at the coldest part we've been yet this winter. Instead, we have an ice storm coming. So it rained all day yesterday, Jack, which melted a lot of the snow and put water everywhere. And that water is now currently freezing all of northern Michigan.
Oh,
Jack, thank you, Chaos One. Jack, Thailand is 60% women with most men taken. Oh, there you go. Go get you some Taiwanese chicks.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Oh, I love Thai chicks. They're hot. Yeah, there's one I have my heart set on, but she's famous and rich and would never go for an old fat man because she has standards.
Ugh. No woman has standards.
Well, they like money, and I don't have any. So,
well, yeah, I suppose that part is at least true. All right, Jack, let's talk about our top story of the day. The Brown College shooter has been killed by himself. He shot one more person.
Yeah.
Oopsie. And we're on YouTube, so we're not allowed to say suicide. So we won't say that he killed himself because YouTube gets upset by that. He self-deleted, Jack. He did the world a favor and took himself out of it. And fuck that guy. I'm glad he's dead. My only sadness from that is that the family of the victims didn't get to do it themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, going out the Hitler way is a coward's way.
It is, absolutely.
Obviously a pussy, so.
Yeah, you're in Michigan, you poor, but yeah, I'm in Michigan. I'm in northern Michigan. I'm right about where the ring finger knuckle that attaches the finger to the hand is. Don't worry, people from Michigan know what that means. I was watching the press conference where they announced that the guy had been found, I guess is the proper terminology for it. And it was amazing to me how pissed off the police folks were at any criticism. The one guy gets up there to give his little speechy thing, which is, am I the only one that thinks it's kind of weird that they get a criminal and then they have this big press conference where everybody involved with the investigation gets to have their moment like it's an Oscars thing, like they won Best Picture, and each of them gets to have a say in what's going. Everybody there was like, yeah, and it's your turn to speak. And the one guy gets up there and he's like, I just want to say before anything else that fake stories in social media don't help anything. I'm like, that seemed kind of bitchy, if I'm being honest.
Oh, they were being such bitches about this, but they also looked highly incompetent through this entire investigation. I don't think they're the ones that cracked this. I think Boston PD did.
None of them did. What did you hear what they said cracked the case?
Oh, the homeless guy turned.
The homeless guy.
Yeah.
The homeless guy noticed, this is after the shooting, he noticed that this murderer, I don't care what his name is. I'm not going to learn it. I'm not going to say it. Shitbag. Noticed that Shitbag was around and didn't think he belonged there. So he went up to him and what the fuck are you doing here? Well, the homeless guy gets caught on some camera, and the police are like, we need to find this guy. And they go and find him. And he goes, yeah, I'll tell you everything you need to know. And that ended up leading to him getting caught. It was like a weird John Wick moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. But instead of assassins, you got homeless police.
What got me was that the local cops didn't recognize the homeless guy. I know,
right?
I find it very weird that they didn't recognize him, because homeless people, for those of you that don't know, don't tend to own a lot of clothes.
No.
So that dude has probably been wearing that same coat for 6 weeks. On top of that, the local cops, or the campus cops, if they're doing their job, are supposed to be checking the buildings where this guy was living. Mm-hmm. He was living in a building. And they would know the local homeless, even if they're allowed to, like just leave them alone, whatever. They all know the local bums. Bums don't go very far. They have territories. So I find it weird that none of the local cops or the campus security recognize this guy. That tells me somebody ain't doing their fucking job around there.
Right? This guy right here in the middle, the nerdy looking one, he was the most offended at everything.
Is that the mayor?
I don't know. No. Doesn't the mayor have some weird? I think this is the mayor right over here.
Oh, okay. I can't tell them apart.
The bald guy, by the way, is not looking at his hand because like he got dookie or something on it. He's actually the sign language guy.
He's the one that does the air quotes, like we solved the case.
Yes.
That's his whole job, just air quotes. By the way, Dixie Rose had a birthday.
Dixie, you had a birthday, and around here we do this, and a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Dixie Rose. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sweetie. I hope you had a good one. I really, really do. Yeah, this guy got offended because somebody was asking them about their shitty police technique. Look, the guy's still caught within 6 days? Well, caught himself within 6 days. The noose was closing in. They were going to get him. That is still decent for catching a murderer that nobody knew.
Mass shootings are usually solved within 48 hours because of all the cameras. This campus has 1,200 cameras. The best they could do was some Gimlin and Patterson footage of Bigfoot that looked like Zapruder filmed it.
Well, here's the thing about cameras. I know in the Walmart that I worked in, we had cameras everywhere, and about 3/4 of them were just to dissuade people from coming around. Like, don't steal here.
I get that, but this is Brown University. This is Ivy League, and they should have better cameras, first of all. Second of all, 1,200 of them, they should have known this guy's entire pathway. You could cover almost all the interior of the buildings and the outside of almost every building without an issue. Plus Ring doorbell cameras, cell phone footage.
Unless you're, how do I want to put, I don't want to put out any allegations. But let me just throw out there that there is a scenario where, say, somebody is taking money for a program and pocketing it instead of actually using the intended purpose.
Yeah.
If you catch my meaning.
Yes.
I mean, it's an Ivy League school, so we don't have to worry about that here.
Yeah. Well, there was also the story going around that they were told by the pro-Palestinian protesters that they wanted the cameras shut off in a certain area.
I wouldn't be shocked by that either.
I wouldn't be either. But if this guy knew that, I think there's a lot more going on here. They're either trying to cover up incompetence, or this guy was knew some people.
There's a couple of things that are going on in this story that are kind of weird. The targeting of that girl that got shot seemed like she was the target.
Yeah.
Then he goes to MIT and murders a professor there.
Yeah. Well, the professor apparently went to school with him in Portugal.
And then, I mean, from everything we know, it seems like he wasn't done because he He just killed himself yesterday after they were like coming to get him. And we know this because he made a phone call to the rental car place when the police were at the rental car place.
Yeah.
So the way he ends up getting caught, guys, is the homeless guy tells him what about a storage facility that he rented? Or was it the car that he rented? One of the two. And they go there and the idiot used his real name to get the car.
He posted on Reddit about the car, the gray Nissan.
Yeah.
And that Reddit thread is what led them to look for gray Nissans, and they found a rental, supposedly. And they found the homeless guy, and he was just spilling the beans.
And so who I forget what rental car company it was. But when they said it, I'm just like, I bet they're glad to be associated with this. But they go there. I think it was Enterprise. I think. Hey, we'll pick you up. While the cop was at the rental place, this guy calls in to change where he's going to turn the car in. That's not somebody who was expecting to kill himself because he was done with his mission. You know what I mean? Because he would have done that when he was done with the shootings. Like if he was just going to kill the chick and the MIT professor, then he would have offed himself right there. But he didn't.
Well, why would he even bother turning the car in?
Right, exactly. So my guess is there's some weird shit going on, and I'm sure we're never going to find out what. Maybe 10 years from now, a documentary will come out and like, this is what this fucking weirdo was really up to.
And they'll get labeled conspiracy theory. This is going to get buried for 20 years easily. We'll be long dead by the time this comes out.
And for the record, I'm not suggesting that he knows some inside stuff that would blow the world away. I'm suggesting that there's some how do I want to put this? There's some connective tissue here we're not going to see.
Yeah.
And unlike Bondi Beach, I don't think this is like the Muslims were coming to kill us. Although, oh my God, have you been following that shit?
Oh my God, it's crazy. Did you see that series of arrests they just made 7 people?
No, but good.
Yeah, they arrested 7 guys on their way back to Bondi Beach to do a follow-up attack.
Oh, it'd be a damn shame if they accidentally died on their way back.
Right? Oh, they were resisting and had to shoot them all in the face 7 times.
Whoops. I saw the was it the premier? What do they call the prime minister of Australia?
Yeah.
And one of these kind of weird press conferences. Stop doing these press conferences, guys. They never turn out well for you folks. But he said something that made me laugh because maybe it wasn't the prime minister. Maybe it was the mayor of that area. I forget what the guy's official name was, but somebody asked him about gun control and what are you going to do about guns? And he said, don't worry, y'all. We're going to take every measure to make sure that every Australian is safe. Now, maybe it's just me, but I don't feel like guns were the problem at Bondi Beach.
Well, he did have some bombs, too.
I feel like the problem there, and if you really wanted to protect your citizens, has a lot more to do with a pedophile prophet.
Yeah, I mean, that has a part. Maybe the real cause was Islamophobia, and they just snapped. Like, they couldn't handle all the hatred toward the religion of peace, so they had to go spread cultural enrichment.
Had to go spread the good word of the prophet pedophile. I'm so tired of people in the West not understanding that Islam is not like Christianity or Judaism or Buddhism or any other actually peaceful kind of thing.
Yeah.
Their book is a book on how to commit war crimes.
Yeah.
They don't want to live and let live. They want to live like us or we will kill you.
Yeah, they are stuck in the 7th century.
It's not even just being stuck in the 7th century. It's that their whole mentality is about conquest.
Oh yeah, it's barbarism, absolutely. But that's how you thought back then. It's
fair.
It's about who could control the most region. It's about killing your enemies.
And you know what? If we hadn't already had Judaism and Christianity, I would give it to you that it's just the way things were done.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Christianity is a reform of Judaism, which at the time was practiced pretty harshly. And the language of it, even when there's been people who have, onward Christian soldiered nonsense, the language of the Bible actually is about compassion and not judging and so forth, loving your neighbor. None of that shit exists in Islam. None of it. They were like, wait, Jesus made this a lot nicer. Fuck that. Rape the women you take over. But you should marry them eventually. Westerners, get it out of your head that this is a religion that is compatible with our way of being. Let them go live in their little sand huts and leave us the fuck alone. And to watch all of these people, once again, bunch of fucking non-Muslims get murdered by Muslims, and I have to hear, hey, don't be mean to the Muslims. Do you guys realize that the religion of peace bullshit started after they killed 3,000 Americans? That's where that shit came from. Nobody was calling it the religion of peace until after they killed a bunch of us.
Well, I mean, it's sort of like watching your neighbors get scalped and you're like, they're noble savages.
Yeah.
What?
They listen to what the wind says. They're smart. Fuck off.
Excuse me, sir. They paint with all the colors of the wind.
I am so tired of the Western world. And the biggest problem with it is it's all of the liberals. It's all the ones who hate Christianity because it tries to involve itself in your life. But hey, those people who are going to murder you for their sky daddy, they're fine. They're good people. Fucking morons.
It's the enemy of my enemy must completely agree with me.
And I could even give that to them if it made any goddamn sense at all.
Nope, doesn't. They're stupid.
I
think that if you looked hard enough, you could probably find links between this guy and those Turtle Island nut jobs.
Probably.
For those of you that don't know, there was a plot that was foiled that was to do some attacks on New Year's Eve from a group that's a splinter group from Turtle Island. That's a pro-Palestinian group. And they have a subgroup called Order of the Black Lotus that was going to do these terror attacks. And they're basically a bunch of dumbass college kids from the sound of it.
We live in America now where after Muslims killed a bunch of Jews for no reason at a peace festival, Israel became the bad guys. Okay. I kind of want the Islamists to take over, just as a fuck you to everybody who keeps telling me how nice and kind they are. It's kind of like with communism. I want to see these people actually have to live under the bullshit that they talk. It would almost be worth the pain. Fuck, I'm going to get beheaded the first day anyway, so fuck it.
Yeah, well, look, these people are cowards that don't think that any harm will ever come to them because they're the good guys.
They're the good guys. Speaking of the good guys, you see what Congress did, Jack?
Oh, passing the "Don't Butcher Children" thing?
Yeah, they gave Marjorie Taylor Greene a win on her way out of Congress. By the way, she's getting married. Poor bastard.
Yeah.
And we're going to watch Miss Jayapal whine about it because I like watching these idiots whine.
Before you hit play, thank you, Evolved Potato. Our government let in 10 to 15 times as many more Palestinians than the next country, all with basically no vetting. We aren't even allowed to argue against it or risk going to jail. Yeah, that sounds right. Remember, if you don't have weapons to defend yourself or the speech to talk about it, these crimes could easily be said to not exist at all.
Well, I mean, using that or staying on that kind of frame before we get to this moron, I saw a Democrat thing they put out the other day blaming Trump for the rise in measles because he hired RFK Jr. to be his health and human services guy. And they're like, see, it's causing measles. All of the unvetted shitbags who crossed our border, literally by their lowest estimate, 12 million people with no medical records, had nothing to do with it. From third world shitholes where the idea of vaccinations isn't even something they understand, totally not the problem. It's Donald Trump.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh,
anyway,
did you also see that reparations for slavery could have reduced COVID-19?
Fuck what?
Yeah, CNN put that shit out. I'll see if I can find the article.
Fuck me. Look, I've not been paying a whole lot of attention to the political space because I've been out of it, man, and I've kept up with my drama best I could. But speaking of which, did you see Hassan donated money to Candace Owens?
Yeah.
But he couldn't give a dime to Casey Tron. I laughed so fucking hard when I saw that. Is CNN still a thing? Unfortunately,
this article
yes. Go ahead, bud.
Yeah, well, this actually happened back in 2021. We just apparently missed this comedy for some reason. But it's a Harvard study that says reparations for slavery could have reduced COVID-19 transmissions and deaths in the U.S.
How?
Because the coup was disproportionately sickening and killing Black Americans. Because it's the result of structural racism. Yeah. So if we had paid reparations, the risk of severe illness and death from the virus, I'm quoting here, would be far lower, according to a new peer-reviewed study by the researchers.
That's nonsense.
Well, the pandemic would have affected Louisiana. Let me read the whole thing. They examined how reparation payments made before the pandemic would have affected Louisiana, a state that remains segregated in parts, and found that the payments could have reduced COOF transmission in the state between 31 to 68%, because they didn't pull that number right out of their butthole.
How?
Because they would have had more money, so they would have moved to a different area, and that'd have been safe then, because nobody in the white area got sick. Here's a quote from the article, or from the study. Our study simply gives yet another example of how racism gets into people's bodies and makes them sick, which can be added to this itinerary of evidence for reparations.
Oh, fuck right off.
This was published in the Journal of Social Science and Medicine.
Well, social science is a oxymoron to begin with, so.
Yeah, I'll drop the link in chat if anybody wants to read it. I just thought I'd throw that one in because that was a funny thing I saw.
Remain segregated. That's news to me. You have to understand what they mean by segregated. If there's parts of the city that are black, just because that's where black people all live, that's segregated. Unless the black people choose to live away from white people, in which case it's a shining example of how we're supposed to live.
Yeah, they just really hate black people still. They just don't want to admit it.
I hate these people. All right. So here's Jay Powell. I haven't watched all of this. I only watched a couple of seconds. I'm like, oh, fuck no, I'm going to do this live. She's whining about the trans bill. So, guys, it's probably not going to become law because it's got to go through the Senate. But it was a bill that bans the medical experimentation on children. And that's what it is. It's medical experimentation.
Yeah, it's Dr. Frankenstein shit.
Yeah. To block transing the kids.
What is happening on this floor and in this Congress around this issue is so incredibly dangerous.
Oh, I agree, but we probably disagree on how, because people like you saying that this shit should happen is dangerous because you're a congresswoman. For better or worse, your voice carries weight with people, and what you're telling them is fucking retarded. Girls can become boys. No, they can't. They just can't.
Oh, that's bigotry.
Trans kids are walking around with mace in their pockets because
That seems like they're carrying a concealed weapon. They probably should not be doing that.
Yeah, why are 8-year-old dance kids walking around with mace in their pockets?
How the fuck are they getting mace?
That's a good question.
Who is selling trans kids mace? Is this bathtub mace like their HTR?
Oh, maybe. This is the bathtub full of like jalapenos and ghost peppers.
And not even like bear spray, mace.
Just
All right.
kids are walking around with mace in their pockets because they are being attacked by people because the majority is insisting there's something to fear from them.
Who?
I'm going to go ahead and call bullshit on that.
Okay, I just need to make sure I understand what she said here correctly. Trans kids are having to carry mace because people heard somebody in Congress say they should be afraid of trans kids, and those people who are supposed to be afraid are physically attacking trans kids because somebody in Congress told them to be afraid of them. What?
I don't know where that's happening. That doesn't sound like something that's real.
That sounds made up as a motherfucker.
Yeah, that sounds like some overly paranoid Munchausen by proxy Karen. Like, oh, you're trans. I got to get you some protection.
Hey, P-Dog, how you doing? He says, oh, look, it's the chin, right? She is so unfortunate looking.
She is. Like, everything about her is like, she looks like a Doctor Who monster.
I will not stand for these kinds of attacks.
The ones you made up in your mind?
Yes.
Senator, I will donate $1,000 to your next campaign versus you giving me $1,000 if you can't do this. But if you can show me the video of one of them telling people to fear trans folk or trans children, I'll donate $1,000. If you can't find it, you got to give me a grand. Want to take the bet? Bet
It's got to predate her statement here too. She can't just make that video.
Well, look, they'll probably point to something like, hey, trans kids shouldn't get any kind of hormones because they, don't need them, and say that that's people causing fear.
That doesn't make people afraid of trans kids, though. That just
Yeah, she's a complete retard.
Yeah, well, I mean that's
yeah.
Far.
The condescension that is coming from the other side.
I am not being condescending.
I do not want to hear any trans activist whine about somebody else being condescending. Okay, I just don't.
Right?
Because your whole movement is based on condescension. How many times did they bring up Matthew Shepard? Yeah, who wasn't even killed because he was gay. Nobody likes to talk about that, but that was, remember that? The big Matthew Shepard?
That's a drug deal gone bad.
Yeah. He wasn't killed because he was gay.
Oh, they pushed that for ages, and then he was killed because it was a drug deal and he owed people money.
They killed the gay kid.
Have you talked to your constituents? Do you really know?
Yeah, that propaganda
really
went through forever.
Oh, yeah, absolutely it did.
I will not stand for these kinds of attacks. The condescension that is coming from the other side. Have you talked to your constituents? Do you really know? You don't really know what you're doing. Excuse me. We are here to represent our districts, and I still believe I'm the member that gets the most votes of any member of Congress anywhere in the country.
How many of your constituents are trans? You understand how democracy works, right? That tiny minority
I think we should,
of people don't get to say what everybody else gets to do, sweetie.
We should listen to her and pick a random person. Let's go with like Ilhan Omar, and let's go survey her constituents and what they think about the transes.
Oh yeah, that would be a great one.
So don't tell me I don't know how to represent my district. What you are doing today, what this majority is doing today, is making life dangerous for kids.
Okay. Hormone replacement and puberty blockers is a very new thing to be giving children so that they can become the other sex, which they can't do. It is an incredibly new thing. What? The last 10 years?
Yeah, you're marketing a fantasy that we don't know the long-term effects of, other than osteoporosis and sterilization.
So for 300,000 years, if we're using science, Jack, that's the estimate for how long the human species has been here. We haven't been doing this to kids. But not doing it after only doing it for a decade is going to be dangerous. I need you to work out that math. I get it that you're Indian and not Asian, but that is still kind of Asian. We don't think of Indians as Asians, but they are, y'all.
Yeah,
so you should be
zero.
You should be better at math than this.
You'd think.
I mean, maybe it's just history's not her strong point.
Is she literate?
Jayapal? No. All right.
And what the majority is doing today is getting in the way of families and parents and kids making the decisions that they need to make so that they can live.
Stop it. Stop it right now. She's going to pull they'll kill themselves if you don't. That would be a sign of mental illness, and maybe we should treat that rather than drugging them up and cutting off their titties.
Yeah.
Keldrick, thank you so much. Trans kids need mace to defend themselves against those horrible, horrible girls who don't want to be raped during or saying no to a boy. Whoops. I mean, a trans girl who wants to force himself on you is violating his rights, her rights, her rights. You were almost correct there. Those trans kids. This is so stupid, man. How did this become a thing?
Pedophiles run our government. I mean, I don't know.
It's women. I'm sorry, ladies. I don't mean to jump on you guys again, but it's women. Who are we listening to right now? A fucking dumbass woman. They'll kill themselves if we don't let them have HRT. Again, a decade ago, they weren't getting HRT and weren't killing themselves. And again, before anybody goes, no, they kill themselves at a greater rate. No, they don't. No, they don't. There's no evidence of that. They have more suicidal ideation, which is an entirely different thing. This is, I'm thinking of killing myself. The number who actually do it, not that high.
You really named this show properly tonight.
I did. Decadia, thank you so much. Man, she's making a fantastic argument for kicking women out of politics. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's where this shit comes from, is the over-emotional, but we got to think about how they feel bullshit that comes from women.
Yeah, she did leave out one key group that's going to be hurt the most, and that's the doctors that are going to make a lifetime of money off these kids after they continue to butcher them over and over again and have to have them on drugs forever.
Rocco, thank you. Tell us more how whites are bad and shouldn't circle the wagons. RH plus. I've never said whites are bad. I've said white women are bad, and I stand by that statement. Am I wrong?
Well, they get that pumpkin spice in them. We gotta get rid of that shit.
Hey, circle your wagons all you want to. Good luck to you. Just
I have a theory that a lot of this stems from feminism making women lonely, and they have too much time on their hands because most of them don't have kids, or they're not married, so they don't have anybody to tell them their ideas are stupid. So they come up with some crackpot theory to try and get attention.
You're partially right, but it's not just that. It's that nobody in society will tell these women that they're stupid.
Yeah,
what this woman is saying here is stupid.
Well, I mean, picture this: you're some lonely single woman who's like 35. Your eggs are dying. You join a book club to get some social contact, and you want that social acceptance. And somebody starts spouting like, "Well, my daughter was my son, but she realized she's trans," and you feel compelled to accept it to be socially accepted within the group because you have nothing else in your life.
The first trans person I ever ran into was a kid who used to work for my wife at McDonald's way back in the day. It was this fat guy with blue hair who claimed to be a chick. And when I first saw him, my reaction was, "What the fuck is that?" And my wife was like, "Oh, she is so nice. Would you please behave yourself?" Like, but that's a fat guy dressed as a chick. That's the kind of shit we should laugh at. That it's humorous. It's a clown. It's literally a clown.
Yeah.
But the woman mentality is
health.
The woman mentality is, "Oh, but they're such a nice person." I'm sure lots of people who look fucking funny are nice people.
Yeah. Some of them are assholes. But no, when I worked in mental health, we had a couple people that actually had gender dysphoria. There were literally two of them. Vastly different age groups too, but that was a medical diagnosis. Most of the people that are trans now are not gender dysphoric.
But even within gender dysphoria, the idea isn't that they actually believe that they're a woman. They hate their own body to the point where their mind is like, "I must be something else because this can't be right."
Yeah, it's like a full body alien hand syndrome. You don't have you have a different perspective on your body. It's you don't see what you think in your head.
Yeah, and we pointed this out many times. It is literally impossible for you to know what something feels like when you've never been that. Yes. You just can't. So it's the brain making the connection that I must be this other thing because my penis offends me, rather than it going, "I just hate myself and need to figure out why."
Well, ironically, your brain is associating what you must be with the other binary.
Yes.
Because that's all there is to compare it to.
Yes. But Tumblr comes along and suddenly no longer do you need to even be dysphoric to be trans.
Yeah.
I remember the videos of 2017, like, you don't actually have to have dysphoria to be trans.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Feeling unaccepted and like an outsider is not trans. It just makes you weird. Probably autistic.
Hang on, I'm being called a race traitor again. 1 second. Rocco, thank you. You have shunned pro-whites on this channel and portrayed yourself better than. You are on the outside of my wagons. And then he adds an asshole. Don't worry. I'll be fine over here. I've shunned pro-whites.
Oh, I think he's talking about Fuentes.
I make
Mexican.
Fucking fag Fuentes?
Monkey.
What?
The unconfirmed. Just because he hunts cum.
How come none of his fans will ask him if he's in any of the Destiny videos? Because the one thing we do know about Nick is that he was hanging around Destiny around the time Destiny was taking videos of himself sucking dick. And we know that Fuentes, or that Destiny used to let people on his show after they put out for him
Yeah.
Weird,
Well,
right?
I think there might be like a unofficial don't ask, don't tell policy going on.
Anyway, let's get back to our tard here, shall we?
Hang on real quick. Thank you, Keldrag. Trans people always insist we need to accept them for who they are, but they could accept themselves for who they are, so why should we?
Yep.
Well, and they'll never accept you if you disagree with them. So it's a weird system of power dynamics, as they like to say.
One of their talking points is, I'm being my authentic self. But you're not. You're absolutely not. Your authentic self would be, being the man you were born to be.
Look, Unicorn and Unicorn Self disagrees.
All right. She was just telling us that the transes can't live without the stuff that they haven't had, until recently. Somebody should really tell Buck Angel he died.
Yeah, like 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah. Because
Buck Angel, who was friends with Charlie Kirk, so he's a fascist trans, I guess.
Buck didn't transition to what, 20s or 30s?
Yeah, he was a late bloomer on that one.
So that they don't commit suicide.
There it is.
Parent in this body or anywhere in this country wouldn't do anything for their children.
I would not do anything for my children. I would do a lot for my children, Jack.
But you won't do that?
But I won't do that.
I had to do a Meatloaf reference.
If I don't smoke this crack, my kid's going to die. This is some of that nonsense. See, this is what I'm talking about with women, because if you put any thought into this nonsense, you do anything for your kids. Not anything. Most things, a lot of stuff. I would die for my children, Jack.
Yeah, but it's sort of like rich. We used to get middle class people whose kids were hooked on drugs, and they would cut them off because that is what is best. The kid has to hit rock bottom. And instead of buying them heroin, maybe you should not support it.
Yeah.
There's an idea.
Well, look at those my 600-pound life kind of things. It's almost always the parents who enable that shit.
Yeah, the parents or their life partner or whatever feeder they've hooked up with. Yeah. Those bad habits are picked up in childhood usually. So, yeah, it's what personal responsibility. What kind of fascist statement is that?
Yeah, if my kid came to me and was like, I'm trans, I would try to get them mental health help, not cut off their genitals.
You remember that article we read a few years ago about personal responsibility is a white supremacist notion?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the type of shit I remember, because they always say, well, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. Well, why do I have to do all these things? Why do I have to accept somebody who tells me some crackpot nonsense? By this woman's logic, anybody who's in my family that tells me the earth is flat, I have to support them.
Yeah, it's usually better when you don't enable them. That's true. Yeah. This is a true thing as a parent, you learn this, Jack, that sometimes you have to disappoint your children for their own good. Does it feel nicer to tell them yes?
Daughter, that pony?
It feels nicer to tell them yes to everything, but that's how you end up on Caleb Hammer's show.
Yeah, and Maury.
There you have to be a parent. What show was it? Oh, it's actually South Park. No, the episode of South Park with Cesar Millan, where he's teaching her, and he says, to her, you have to be a parent now so that you can be friends when they're an adult. They'll be a decent person.
Yes.
And that is what we've lost so much with the way that women have changed how we raise children. There's no discipline anymore. And I'm not even talking about corporal punishment. I mean, like, literally none. Because if your child acts up, it's not actually that they've acted up and you haven't raised them right. No. They have some kind of condition. They need to be put on drugs to make them
Well-
boring. Go
Well,
ahead.
you remember all those videos that you can find on YouTube with kids tearing up stores, and the parents
Oh,
are
yeah.
like, "Don't yell at my child."
Yep. I've seen that in real life, man. Working at
Oh, yeah.
Walmart,
We both
it's
work
amazing
retail,
what
too.
you, yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing what you'll see. I saw one lady lose her shit on another customer because the child was just being absolutely horrible. And I didn't catch what the lady said because they were not at my register. There were 2 registers behind me. But the mom of the bad child starts freaking out about how the kid has autism and can't be expected, to behave himself. Well, then keep him home in the basement where a person like that belongs. We used to
that's
put
what
him
they
on
used to do with
chains.
the broken people. Yeah,
Your
that's how
child
you
can't-
got the old.
Go ahead.
That's how they got the old idea of chains in the attic that you'd hear associated with ghosts, because people would rather say their house was haunted than they had a mongoloid chained up in the attic.
Throughout history, kids have been taught how to behave in public, and suddenly it can't happen anymore because they came up with the term autism and applied it to literally everything.
Yeah, and in the 90s, it was ADHD, and they always find an excuse for bad behavior instead of actually teaching people how to act accordingly in society.
I noticed the other day because I was watching something about iDubbbz and his wife,
Oh, yeah.
and I forget what it was. It's irrelevant. But his wife, what's her name again? Dirty Ho?
Anissa.
Anissa.
Yeah, I think you were right, but that's the translation into whatever yub language she's from.
She was mentioning how she was autistic, but not diagnosed by a doctor.
No, she's Tumblr autistic.
And it's amazing how many people in this generation are happy to claim to be retarded.
Yes.
You guys get that, right? That autism we don't even call it retarded anymore. It's all part of the autism spectrum. Autism is retarded.
Well, severe cases are. Otherwise, it's just like
No.
social.
All of it is.
Term. Well, they took 4 or 5 separate diagnoses and threw them in together under the autism spectrum, because there used to be a form of damn it, it's a type of social interaction problem that some kids have, but that's now considered part of autism. And it
Everything
wasn't
is.
classified that in the 90s.
They have reclassified almost every psychological problem as some form of autism.
Yeah, it's the flavor of the month, so to speak, with the psychologists.
And guys, if you have autism, I'm not saying you're retarded, but it is a retardation because you're not normal like everybody else. You've developed differently. That is a retardation of development. It's just what it means.
Yeah,
And there's nothing wrong with you if you have it and you've been diagnosed with it and you're learning and taking care of it, and that's fine. But what you have is a whole bunch of people who've never actually been diagnosed with shit, wonderfully, happily telling the world, I'm retarded.
Yeah, well, if you're diagnosed as a child with some sort of antisocial thing, you can learn how to adapt and pick up on cues. But if you're like 17 and you're like, I'm autistic, why are you trying to create an excuse to be broken? Most people with autism aren't proud of it. That's weird.
I don't understand why people are so proud of it. I don't. It makes no sense.
Look, if you're like a math savant or something because of it, that's cool. You got a special skill out of it, but you still can't tell people how you do stuff. But to go around and be like, I'm autistic, you have to do this, this, and this for me. No, first of all, you're verbal, so you're not that autistic. Second of all, you're talking to me and making eye contact occasionally, so you're not that autistic. And third, you're a fucking liar who just wants to be special.
Yes.
Just like I have all these alters. My DID is I'm neurodivergent.
I'm just in awe of how I'm not supposed to say retarded because that's mean, but these people latching on, I'm autistic. They have stolen valor for retardation.
Yeah, it's
what kind of sick
mental health stolen valor.
What kind of sick motherfucker needs to be stolen valor retarded?
You ever see the movie The Ringer?
Yes. When the fuck did we get ice cream? I love that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Real quick. Thank you, Dragon Mage. The worst case of overprotective parenting I've seen was with a kid I went to secondary school with who couldn't even go to the toilet by himself because his mother did everything for him, and he was physically and mentally able to do when teachers forced him to. That is messed up, dude. Oh,
look.
Wow.
There are forms of what they now call autism that are real.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But 95, I don't want to give a full percentage, in the high 90% is parents who just don't raise their kids right.
Yeah, and that honestly detracts the most because you're devoting a lot of resources and time to these fakers who just need better parents and parents that will actually discipline them and help them learn. When the people that actually have actual autism are losing out on all those resources. And that's sickening to me because a lot of what I've seen, like Dragon Mage said, is overprotective parenting and a lack of discipline, and the parents don't actually want to teach their kids anything. One of my friends has an actual autistic child. The kid's fine. They put him in a class when he was in like pre-K. What do they call that now? Damn it. I'm drawing a blank here. Before kindergarten, so that he could kind of learn social skills. And he's fine now. He's a normal kid. He likes Legos a lot, but what 8-year-old doesn't? But his mom would go around saying, my son's autistic. She got a big autism speaks tattoo. And she goes to all these things saying how her kid's autistic. I'm like, this is about you, not the rest of us, not the kid. This is you trying to get attention by leeching off of your child. It's fucking disgusting. Yeah, pre-K, it used to be damn it. I'm drawing a blank. I'm
That's
really tired.
retarded.
It's 4 a.m. What?
Hello?
You just came back and said retarded.
Yeah, I was saying that's retarded. It's 4:30, so it's time for my internet to fuck up.
Yeah. What do they call that pre-K now? That they used to call it something else. Before you'd go to elementary school.
Preschool?
Preschool. Yeah. Thank you. I couldn't think of that word. It's the quarantine, I tell you. Oh, yeah. I got exposed to COVID the other day, guys. So I have to be in quarantine, which is my excuse for not leaving the house.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right. Let's get back to our target. Look, I am on the AT&T for a little bit, so it's going to be choppy to watch, but we should be able to hear this ignorant wench fine.
Head Start. That's what I was trying to think of. Thank you, Captain.
Oh, Head Start?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Parent doesn't want their kids to live.
John Wayne Gacy.
Well, he liked the teenagers. Who was the guy that killed Adam Walsh?
Oh, I don't know that guy's name.
Yeah, he didn't like children.
Doesn't want their kids to live. This is dangerous.
No, it's not. Stop with your fake crying in your voice.
I think sterilizing children is more dangerous.
Sterilizing, mutilating, impairing development, all of it, yeah.
Yeah, there's a litany of medical issues that you're creating whole cloth here.
Let's just go over this one more time because we haven't done it in a while. The puberty blocker that they use was developed for precocious puberty, Jack.
Yes.
But it was also used on girls to make them grow taller. Putting off puberty allows the bones to grow a little bit more so they could get an inch or two more. And the girls who went through this, many of them had severe bone problems in their 20s, including what's the precursor to osteoporosis, osteomyelitis, or some stupid shit like that?
Yeah, something like that.
One chick's jaw just broke. She didn't get hit or anything, Jack. She didn't fall. It just fucking broke. And all of this stuff came out before it was used for trans kids. The dangers,
this has been known for years.
Yeah, the dangers of this drug have been known. And they still push this on these kids. They tell them that, no, it's completely reversible. No, it's not.
No, that is such a lie of the century. Also, one of the drugs they use is leuprolide, which is used for chemical castration.
Yeah. But don't worry, it's perfectly safe to give to kids. It'll keep them from killing themselves when they, hit their 20s and can't procreate.
Yeah, that's a drug used for chemical castration and prostate cancer, and you're giving it to children?
Osteopenia. Thank you. That's the name of it. Osteopenia. Girls in their 20s getting a disease that usually hits people in like their 40s or 50s.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah. This stuff is not reversible. That's a goddamn lie. And this shouldn't be being done to kids. I don't know why this is. And they literally are testing it on them. This hasn't been tested on kids for gender transitioning. You know why? Because we don't test anything on kids. It's considered highly unethical to do so. Yeah. But hey, you're going to get the kids. They're going to kill themselves. No, they won't.
This is just evil.
Yeah.
No, this is some Dr. Mengele level experimentation on children.
It absolutely is. 100%. Hey, I'm going to see if my other internet's still working or is working. Talk to the audience for a sec.
Oh, what's up, chat? Megalocrats, yeah. At work, P-Dog, your job is to stream.
Hi.
I've heard it's the hardest job in the world, but hi.
What's the hardest? What's the hardest job in the world?
Streaming.
Oh, yeah.
P-Dog says he's at work, and I was like, you have another job other than the hardest job in the world?
All right. Back to this. Hard one more because it could be 3 or 4 more times. That was weird.
Oh, hang on. You dipped out a little bit there, but it's Johnny Blaze's birthday.
Johnny, it's your birthday. Around here, we do this. And 1 and 2. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Johnny.
Happy birthday, dear Johnny Blaze.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
I think I cut out at the end. My internet's being so weird right now. Happy birthday, Johnny. Hope you have a good one, my friend. All right. Let's see if we can get through this idiot.
This is dangerous. You are putting our kids at risk.
You know the ironic. He's chanting at every bucket. Hang on. We'll do the other one. This is starting to piss me off.
The only thing I heard was the ironic part. Fuck it.
Oh. All right. We're back.
Hey.
They're not yours. First off, well, no. I before you get to even that, let me put this out there. The whole reason they're doing this is because you put kids at risk. She's like, this is dangerous. You're putting kids at risk. No. This is removing the risk. Because the nonsense that you guys have been pushing is risky. It's dangerous. It's, quite frankly, a little bit disgusting. Oh, no, it's a lot disgusting. I mean, you brought up Mengele, and there's a reason for that, because this is the kind of shit he would have done.
Yep.
This is testing shit on children over your own bullshit. Because, oh my God, that person feels like... You know, when this stuff first started popping up, there was a saying that I could sit in my garage and make vroom vroom noises and it won't make me a car. That should have been the end of this argument, because, yeah, you can say you're a girl all day long. It won't make you one. Your biology determines that. And did we watch that chick? I don't know if we did, and I don't know if I can find the video. But there was this chick who was talking about how when it comes to the science of it, the anti-transes, I'm using air quotes, anti-transes are technically correct. However, there's no however at that point. Because being technically correct about this is what's important.
What?
You cannot become the opposite sex. We're not frogs. We're not, what is the other one they point to? Seahorses? We're not these things. We're humans, and we can't switch sexes. You can dress all you want to like a girl. It doesn't make you a girl. Doesn't mean you should be in girls' sports. Definitely doesn't mean you should be in girls' locker rooms and bathrooms. You should be minding your own fucking business and going pee standing up like the man you were born as. But you know why liberals like this so much, Jack?
Because they're evil?
That's part of it. What do liberals see men as?
Broken women.
Broken women. So what is their ideal man?
A woman.
One who turns into a woman. And as long as that is the case, this nonsense is going to continue. The funny part is most of the world has already given this shit up. Most of the world's already like, yeah, this was fucking stupid. We should not do this anymore. But American politicians, man, boy, are they still ready to mutilate your children.
And I will not stand for it. The American people won't stand for it. Vote no on this horrific and cruel bill.
Fuck off, you old hag. Stop abusing children. I don't think that should be a controversial take. I really don't.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, real fast. Thank you for the very generous tip, Chicago Mike. Hi, Jack. Hope you're having a great holiday season. That's not too bad. Thank you. Hope you're having a good holiday season. I suspect your Christmas will be quite good this year. That's what I'm hoping for everybody.
Me too. I really have been enjoying the Christmas season. Me and Lady Monkey got ourselves an advent calendar, and it's Clue. And each day you get a part of a story, and then there's little puzzles that you have to solve for each day to tell you which box to go to next.
That sounds cool.
It really is cool. However, it has made me realize I am not near as smart as I thought I was. Because there's 3 different kinds of puzzles you can get, and some of them are like, okay, obviously we do A, B, and C, and then some of them, because you can get hints, it has 3 hints for each one, and there've been way more than I wish to tell you, where we've had to get to the 3rd hint, and I go, oh, and it's so obvious at that point. Chicago Mike, thank you. Hope you're feeling better, Monkey. Happy holidays. Where's your Christmas avatar? Oh yeah, I don't have him up, do I? Thank you, Nation, and Merry Christmas to you as well, my friend. I don't remember where I changed. Can I change that while we're still live? I thought. Edit our avatar. There it is. Oh, I don't have my. Oh yeah, I do. I don't have my Santa Claus monkey. Here we go.
The only avatar.
There you go. What's that?
The only Avatar I recognize is Aang.
I have this one, and then I have my my reindeer one that I made for Christmas. He's a cutie.
No.
But I'm feeling feisty tonight, so we're going back to the Santa Claus giving the middle finger. Speaking of feeling feisty tonight, I really wish the other internet would work, because we got to watch Katie Couric now. She was on the I was going to call it the Fag and Hag podcast, but I feel like that would probably get us in trouble.
Yeah, probably.
So I won't call it that. The bitter old white woman and her male dressed as a female counterpart. Katie Couric went on there to talk about the news, Jack. What's that?
Bitter in the token.
Yes. These two fucking hags. Oh God, I hate these two women. But anyway, Katie's going to be telling us about the news and how right-wing media gets it all wrong because of things.
Right-wingers are bad, Kai.
So it's a really challenging environment. But then, you've got some people watching one thing, some people watching another thing. And it's very difficult to discern for, I think, the average news consumer, what is truth and what isn't.
I don't disagree with her that I think that the average news consumer has trouble telling what's real and what's not. But that's because left-wing media or media lies a lot. Like a whole lot.
Yeah. Well, they want only their lies to purvey.
You did you see Jake Tapper the other day saying that he's going really hard after Donald Trump because of his clear signs of aging, because they just got it so wrong with Biden and they don't want that to happen again.
Right.
I watched Trump's speech yesterday, and I don't know who gave him speed, but god damn. Did you watch that?
Yeah, I thought it was actually not too bad.
He was talking a mile a minute, like he had to pee and really get through it.
I think he did have to pee because he went totally off script, and he's just like, fuck it, we're doing it live.
And it was a weird thing for him to do. There wasn't like any news that broke, so we had to talk about it or anything. It was just I rule at the end of the year kind of thing.
Yeah. Did you see how he tricked everybody too by saying he was going, like they leaked that he was going to announce war with Venezuela?
I did not, but that's funny.
Yeah, Carlson fell for it. He's like, I have it on good authority that he's going to announce war with Venezuela.
Well, Carlson probably got that from Candace. Let's just be honest.
Oh, well, I mean, were they involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination too?
Yeah, I did have to point that out today because Candace and her nonsense. Don't forget, part of her evidence that Charlie was killed by insiders is he came to her in a dream.
That's what you do.
Charlie came to her in a dream and told her. So you can totally take her word for it and stuff.
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean, ghosts often talk to me in my dreams, tell me about murders.
I don't know how you take her seriously after something like that, but then again, I don't know how you take her seriously after Social Autopsy.
I don't know.
I watched that clip you sent me when she was on with Piers Morgan, and she said, I put it all out there. I have no reason to lie. I never lie. I tell the truth. I just say what I mean. Like when you claim that you didn't have Social Autopsy anymore when it was still under your name. You were the owner of the site still? The site you never even meant to go up. No. That bitch has been a liar her whole existence in social media.
I think she's one of those liars that believes her own lies. Like she says something and it manifests into reality in her head.
Oh, like a Hassan?
Yeah. Yeah. Hassan's a little bit more grounded than she is. But yeah, I think that she has some kind of undiagnosed issue. The clip where she was insisting that Brigitte Macron has a wiener.
Yeah.
I laughed at that for about 5 minutes because she's telling that to Piers, and I'm like, okay, you're going to lose.
She's going to lose that lawsuit.
Oh,
yeah.
big time, yeah.
All right, back to this dumb wench.
And the people who are saying one thing on this side are criticizing the people on the other side. I think that happens on the right towards the left more than the left towards the right.
CNN literally hired a fat guy from Tumblr because he was attacking Fox News on the daily, and gave him his own show where he attacked Fox News on the daily and pointed out that they talked about stuff that the rest of the news wasn't talking about.
Those bastards.
CNN has constantly gone after Fox News. So has MSNBC. Like, do you know what they're saying on Fox today? But when you're on that side, of course, it's, I know the other side attacks us way more than we attack them. And just say that, Katie. Just say that. You're left-wing news. But notice how she put it, right-wing attacks left-wing more than left attacks right.
Well, they're the good guys. They have to play victim all the time. They never do anything wrong. Nothing
Usually
is
when
ever their fault.
Usually when you're talking about the right-wing press attacking the left-wing press, it's because the left-wing press has gotten caught lying again.
Yeah.
Something they do constantly. And it's not attacking the left to point it out. It's just telling the truth.
Well, exposing their lies is an attack. Words are violence to them.
True.
So saying that's not true is imputing their credibility and therefore an attack, like a physical attack. You might as well just punch them in the face to them. Speaking of which, did you see Trump filed lawsuit against BBC?
Yes, I did.
That's going to be funny. Good luck in England, you guys. Your taxes are going to go up when he wins.
He's not going to win. It's political over there. They'll toss it out.
Don't destroy my dreams.
I know. I just don't trust the British legal system at all.
What? Just because they locked up a guy for memes longer than they locked up the rapist he was making fun of, how could you not trust their judiciary?
Yeah. Anyway, back to Tard Girl.
Because I think the left, for the most part, more progressive outlets are really, and maybe they go overboard sometime. I mean, people can quibble with the way they're reporting, but I think they are trying to adhere to what happened, the facts, and what it means.
I wish we could see this on my other internet. I hope that came through. It really looks like she's jerking off this bottle as she's talking. She's rubbing, her hands are going up and down, and they are just spaced wide enough to be on the sides of this bottle.
A little Freudian masturbation.
Yeah, so it looks like she's jacking off this bottle. But listen to this statement that she says here.
The left, for the most part, more progressive outlets are really, and maybe they go overboard sometime. I mean, people can quibble with the way they're reporting, but I think they are trying to adhere to what happened, the facts, and what it means.
I think for the most part, progressive media, and then she throws in this caveat there. So if we take that out, take out the caveat for a second, her sentence would be, I think the progressive media for the most part tries to stick to the facts, the truth, and what it means. But her caveat is that they go overboard on telling the truth.
Fiery, but mostly peaceful.
Wait, what? I think they try to tell the truth, and sometimes they go overboard. How do you go overboard with telling the truth, Katie? When I first heard this sentence, I was like, I could not have heard what I just thought I heard. We're going to listen to it one more time now that I've given you all the context. Listen to how she says this.
I think that happens on the right towards the left more than the left towards the right, because I think the left, for the most part, more progressive outlets are really, and maybe they go overboard sometime. I mean, people can quibble with the way they're reporting, but I think they are trying to adhere to what happened, the facts, and what it means.
I'm not wrong about how the English language works here, right?
No, you're correct.
But she just made the argument that sometimes the left tells too much truth.
Yes, they're too truthful. Well, the Rubes can't handle the truth, Monkey. Also, if Fox points out that they reported something incorrectly, isn't that quibbling with the way they do journalism? Didn't she just say that's acceptable?
Uh-huh.
So what is she talking about then? That is a very poorly worded defense of her own people there.
I'm so sorry. Who said that? Zent. I'm so sorry. So they can't unsee it. She's she's masturbating that bottle if you're paying attention. My bad for pointing that out. I wish I knew what world she lived in. I wish I lived in the world where the liberal media only get stuff wrong on occasion. They get shit wrong constantly, and it's not on accident. It is stuff that is easily verifiable. I mean, the biggest example is the, find people on both sides.
Yeah.
That Trump had already said not the Nazis and stuff. He said there's good Nazis. No, he didn't, you fucking lying shitbags. How is that going overboard on telling the truth, Katie? Go ahead.
Because they know what's in his heart. No, if you watch that whole clip, he clearly is talking about the protest over the statues and not the rally that happened afterward. He specifically disclaimed all that. It's been debunked 1,000 times, but they still stick to that narrative.
They still tell that same story. It comes up almost weekly on a major news network. Donald Trump said very fine people on both sides. Except he never did. Look at how they treated Charlie Kirk.
Well, if they say it enough, it becomes reality. Oh, yeah.
The news put out that Charlie Kirk said black women can't get ahead in life without somebody giving it to them, which is not at all what he said. It's not even close to what he said. He was speaking about the 4 black women who said they got ahead through affirmative action. And he was specifically talking about them. He didn't have anything. He didn't say anything about their fucking race.
Look, we're supposed to listen to our media masters, sir. You can't question them. They know better than us.
Yeah. Ugh. They don't get it wrong. That implies an accident. I get what you're getting at. They do still get it wrong, but you're right. It's not accidental. It's they lie. It is wrong. It's just they're lying. It's on purpose. It's not that they made an editorial mistake. I mean, look what the BBC did, what Trump is suing them over. That wasn't accidental. That was a purposeful decision.
Yeah.
This is how we'll make him look bad. All right. Let's get back to Tar Girl here so she can keep jacking off that water.
And I don't know about you, but when you watch right-wing media, a lot of it is focused on what the left is saying and mocking them.
Yes. Right.
What the left is saying or what the left media is saying, because those are two different, well, they're the same thing, but the right-wing media making fun of Ilhan Omar while you guys are licking her clit is still valid because that woman's a fucking retard and they make fun of what she says and does. What you're basically whining about is that they point out we're bad. Well, yeah. Except they don't have to lie about it the way that you do about right-wingers. I don't have to lie that AOC is a moron. I can show you her own words. I can show you her saying that the right is too obsessed with being factually accurate. The woman is an absolute moron, and it's not bad news to point that out. In fact, it should be screamed from the rooftops that she's a moron. Ilhan Omar marrying her brother. Where's the left wing on that?
They're okay with it.
They are. Absolutely they are, because they got one of theirs in Congress. Anyway.
Or trashing them
It's owning
instead
the
of
libs.
kind of, right, instead of sort of saying their version of events, which is
What?
They're
do you
just
think they-
speaking their truth.
What do you think they're mocking them for? I don't understand. I really don't. But I would like to live in the world she lived in, where the left-wing media told the truth or fumbled trying to tell too much of the truth. That would be an interesting world to live in, but it's not the world we live in, Katie. That is not even close to the world we live in, Jack. We live in Tardo world. Oh God, what else do I have today? Oh, I just have to put this one up on the screen because I'm so tired of these idiots. If this doesn't bother you, and it's a picture of a nun, but this does bother you, and it's a woman in a hijab, it's not your faith, it's your bigotry. Remember how all the
only one of those people has got a percentage.
only one of those people got a choice in the matter.
Yeah, well, look, how many of them still have their clitoris too?
That's a wonderful question.
Nobody talks about female genital mutilation anymore because of the trans thing.
The one on the left is theoretically married to God. The one on the right probably was married to a 50-year-old when she was 9. These are not the same thing. The one on the left took several vows and goes out there to help people and does it because of her faith, and she's made that decision. The one on the right does it so she doesn't get stoned, you fucking moron. I just can't believe people like this exist that see something like this and go, yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. You've got to be functionally retarded to fall for something like this.
Well, I mean, education system is kind of aiming in that direction, aren't they?
Oh, bro, whose video was it that I watched the other day talking about the education system and how a quarter of Americans, adult Americans, a quarter of them are reading at a less than first grade level?
That would not surprise me, honestly. There are a lot of people. They're learning gender nonsense in class. They're not teaching kids to read. And Common Core says you can't flunk them. You just got to dumb down the homework. So these kids are getting passed through the system without any kind of actual standards.
Makes sense why people are so offended at the idea of doing your own research when they can't fucking read.
Yeah.
That I knew it was bad because like the literacy rates in America, what is it, 79% literacy? 79%. You know what we were when the Department of Education was first formed?
In the 80s or 90s, wasn't it?
99.
99? Yeah.
99%. And in the years since Jimmy Carter gave us that shithole of a money-burning pit, literacy rates have dropped 20%.
Yeah, because they go for lowest common denominator. They don't go for raising standards. It's all about getting the most people to pass so they can get more money.
Can I'm going to step away for a minute. Lady Monkey's up. I'm going to just go talk to her real fast.
Oh, okay. You go smooch with her. No,
No, she's really nervous. I want to go try to calm her down. I'll be right back.
Hey, condolences to Greg Biffle and his family. He's a NASCAR driver that died in a plane crash yesterday now, I think. It was confirmed that him and his wife and kids were on board, and they didn't make it. In fact, everybody on the plane died. I didn't see who else was on the plane, but I'm sure the pilot and his family are pretty upset. So, yeah, condolences to all of those people. It's pretty tragic. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh, there's a big to-do over in Minnesota about the SNAP benefit fraud, where it looks like about $18 billion has gone missing. One could change regular clothing, not get killed. One woman covered the other. There's a penguin. Yeah, well, you're not wrong. Hi, Blue Eyed. Biffle, his wife, kids, and 2 pilots. Yeah, sucks. Originally, they had said there was a survivor, but it looks like that was probably wrong. Yeah, a bunch of fake storefronts were being set up for the purpose of exchanging SNAP benefits for cash. And they're announcing this. It's a pretty wide-ranging scheme with a lot of other people about to be arrested, apparently. So it's probably the only thing the Department of Justice has done right that isn't the Civil Rights Division, which, by the way, is doing some stellar work out there. But that's mostly due to Alina Habba and Hermit Dillon, not anything to do with Pam Bondi. Off topic, more people than you think believe that prescription glasses contain medicine in them. I saw that. That is insane to me. People are dumb.
Sorry
yeah,
about
the
that.
Somali fraud.
Wanted to check on her,
no
make
problem.
sure she was all right. She didn't sleep very well. She's up way early because she's a worrywart.
Oh, well, tell her to knock it off.
I try. It doesn't take. What else do we have today?
Have you been following the Chop Traz trial?
No, I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, the shooters that killed that kid,
Oh,
they're on trial right now. And it's getting pretty crazy. So they had a medical expert come out and say that if they had medical services had reached them sooner, the kid would have lived. That was a big bombshell because they were saying for the longest time the kid would have died either way, so the city's not responsible. Because the family's suing the city, as
Good.
well as the police and, of course, several other people associated with this. But they got a big tiff the other day. I don't know if you want to watch a clip from it.
oh, if you got it, sure.
Oh, yeah. Here. I've been trying to keep up with this, but with all the other nonsense going on, it's kind of taken back seat because Katie Davis Court is covering this, so I know it's going to be up for a while. But so the Seattle attorney, Alexandria Nika, accused the other attorney, Evan Ocean, who's representing the plaintiffs, of gender discrimination and harassment.
What?
Yeah, that's the clip we're going to hopefully see here in a second, or at least here. I don't know how loud that's going to be.
Yeah, I do want to try to switch over to the other one. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they identified the shooters. This is a civil lawsuit against the city, primarily, and the police for basically abandoning their jobs.
Right.
Because you can't create an autonomous zone. That's not okay.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Welcome back.
Got the people in the court blurred out here for this. This is a 5-minute clip, dude. 6 minutes.
We don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't want. I can summarize it.
In an earlier ruling, this court sanctioned Mr. Ocean for gendered conduct and discrimination and harassment on the basis of gender. It is happening again. As soon as you leave the courtroom, Mr. Ocean refuses to speak or identify anything to do with me, will not express anything to me if I ask him questions. Yesterday.
Is this a dude in a dress?
No, that's a bio woman.
Okay.
She's saying he's
Yesterday I asked him a
sexist
question.
because he won't talk to her after court.
Share around. to not speak to me. Today I asked him a question and he directed me to direct that question to his associate.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, you're not worth his time. He doesn't want to talk to you. So
maybe
what?
maybe his associate's the one with the fucking answer.
Nope. He's just he's a bigoted monster monkey. Look at him, like standing there being all white.
His associate is my Sonny Ocean, who is not an attorney, is his paralegal, who is behind him objecting and speaking on the record numerous times. At this juncture, this does not happen to my co-counsel who's male. This happens only to me.
Probably because you're a bitch.
Yeah, you're whining kind of like a bitch.
Yeah.
This man does not display appropriate decorum or discipline or adherence to this, Your Honor's ruling from before. This is unbelievable.
So,
Right.
okay. I just want to make sure I'm clear here. The family is suing the city because their kid was killed, and because of the city's incompetence, the child died.
They're going with negligence, I believe.
Tomato.
Fair.
And this woman is concerned that the guy's being mean to her for being a woman.
Yes. And she represents the city.
Of course she does.
She's not the defense. He is the defense.
Well, I don't
Or
mean to be
plaintiffs,
like
rather.
this,
Plaintiffs.
but
What's that?
does she look like a lawyer to you?
No, she's not even dressed like a lawyer. She looks like somebody that put on her best sister's dress to show up today.
She looks like she's going clubbing or gonna take an Instagram photo.
Yeah. Well, wait till you hear his defense for not wanting to talk to her. Because this woman's a bitch. She's the Seattle attorney. She defends the city. He is working for the people who were victims of the city's incompetence.
I would like to respond.
You get to respond.
I'm sorry. One more thing. When I
Excuse me,
Sorry
lady, it's his-
interrupting him.
Yeah, it's his turn. He didn't even get a word out. All he said is, "I'd like to respond." The judge says, "You can respond." It's like, one more thing.
What are you,
Can I speak to
Columbo?
his manager, please?
Yeah. Oh my God. She is talking to his manager. It's the judge.
Fuck. All right, Karen, what's your one more thing?
left, I was described as having a tantrum over this and demanding that you come back.
You're having a tantrum right now, sweetie.
Took the words right out of my mouth, dude. That is exactly what I was thinking.
You are having a tantrum because he wasn't nice enough to me.
Yeah, he did talk to me when he didn't have to. And he sent me to his paralegal, who's been objecting.
First of all, Your Honor, that's inaccurate. I never described anything about the way she reacted. But what I can tell you is that throughout the course of this litigation, Ms. Nika has attacked me on the basis of my gender. She had called me a mansplainer multiple times in court documents. She called me a mansplainer. She called me a bore in court documents. Now, this is a
And he doesn't want to talk to you, huh, lady?
Yeah, you called him a mansplainer in your court documents.
So he
Oh,
sent
well, he
you to,
mansplains to me.
so he sent her to the woman to get an explanation for something she wanted.
Yeah, well, he didn't want to be accused of mansplaining again, so he said, talk to my female associate. That's actually a really good way to avoid a problem.
Yes, absolutely.
This is an attack, Your Honor, which I take very offensively. I'm a father. I have a daughter. I have a wife.
He's got a female paralegal.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, if he
respect
had been
women.
directing her to the other guy, then maybe she could have some kind of like hysterical meltdown because, oh my God, he wants me to talk to some other white guy. But no, he's directing her to the female member so that she's not mansplained to.
You know what, Judge Dredd, you're right. She is wearing Antifa colors, which makes sense in a Seattle courtroom.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not wrong. I hadn't
Yeah.
put that together, actually.
Neither had I. Good catch. Good catch.
I respected my mom before she passed. And I take personal offense that she is weaponizing my gender against me. I'm not a mansplainer.
Go ahead.
I love how he is turning their own weapon against them.
Yes. She's coming after me for gendered reasons, which is true.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not a bore.
Blue-eyed, not just in court. She called him childish names in court documents. That's even worse. She put that shit on the record.
Yeah. Well, and she called him a BOAR, not a BORE.
Yes.
BOAR is often used as a term in South Africa for white people.
Oh, I did not know that. I've never heard the term bore used against anything other than men.
Yeah, it's a term for bullish people normally, but
Yeah.
it's also a slur. Well, kind of a slur in South Africa. It's a denotation of somebody that's Dutch, basically.
I don't have a problem with her calling him that if she wants to, but it is absolutely, it'd be like calling her a cunt in America. It's not something we generally call guys.
You're calling him bullish and aggressive and basically an asshole in a more polite, snotty British way, but that you don't put that in court documents. And then he mansplained to me. How unprofessional is their office?
Well, look how she's dressed and ask that question again.
Oh, my bad. Bore in South Africa's BOER. My bad. I misunderstood that. My fault.
I'm a male. And her attacks on me on the basis of my gender are textbook gender harassment on me.
Okay, direct your comments up here.
Save the little girl. You didn't say that to her when she was directing the comments at him. You pussy. Yeah. You pussy. Yeah. This is what I talk about all the time, Jack. Women are the problem, but men, you let them get away with it.
Yep.
You just stop this man and hey, direct that at me, sir. Don't direct it to the woman who was directing shit, pointing at you. She was pointing at him.
No, if he did that, he'd be in contempt, I bet.
Fuck. Okay.
She's attempting to publicly embarrass me for my zealous advocacy. And I take offense to that. This is a very serious case involving the death of a young man. Ms. Nika's made multiple misrepresentations. For instance, yesterday I actually wrote her an email directly to her. She hasn't brought that up. It's a very respectful email. It was written to her. She's saying that I turned my back on her. If I did, I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to turn my back.
I wouldn't apologize to her for that.
No, I wouldn't.
I'd be like, I turned in my chair. So he's lead counsel. His briefcase is right here, which means he's sitting in this chair right here. If he wants to talk to the two people with him, oh, look, he'd have to turn his back to her.
Yeah. Or if he wants to look at his computer, he probably would have to turn so she didn't see his computer. Or, just to look at it. There's a dozen reasons you might turn your back. You didn't know she was talking to you.
And frankly, if he was ignoring her, I don't give a shit. Fuck her.
What does Anne Frank have to do with this?
And.
Oh.
Back on you. Litigation is very busy, and sometimes you are focused on one thing and you don't pay attention at times. I believe Your Honor I had addressed this issue with Your Honor.
Okay, this has already been addressed in court, and this clip is almost 6 minutes long of him having to be like, I didn't mean to upset the bitch.
Yeah, because she's a hypersensitive whiner who accuses him of mansplaining in court documents. I hope the city loses big time on this. I really, really do.
I'm guessing this isn't in federal court, so I'm guessing not.
Probably not, but they'll appeal it.
Just seeing what's happened so far in this courtroom with the judge, address that up here. I doubt he's getting a fair shake.
Oh, he's not. He's already been admonished for mansplaining.
For mansplaining, yeah.
In a court of law. This is a courthouse. This is supposed to be a very serious thing.
If you're a woman and you've ever whined sincerely about a man mansplaining to you, you're an idiot and you probably should have listened.
Yeah, you probably need to be explained.
I love that women think men only do that to women. The kind of
Yeah.
people who do that excessive explaining, it's not because you're a woman. It's because that's who they are and they do it to everyone.
Yeah, yeah. It's gotten so bad that if you just say, "Oh, well, this is why this happens," I didn't need your mansplaining. Well, if
Yep.
you don't want to know how it works, fine, fuck you.
And I asked to have a court record present at any time when there's an interaction. Your Honor had recommended that communication be made in email. We have done that. It's not my goal to get into a battle with Ms. Nika. It's my goal to just advocate my client's position, but I would ask that she not attack me on the basis of my gender. So I am a man. Thanks.
Golf clap, sir. Well done. Well done.
Expect to be treated.
I have a feeling this
As
is
a
not the
human.
first time he's had to say stuff like this in court.
Yeah, it's probably not the first time he's had to deal with this bitch.
being.
All right. I am.
The correct answer, Your Honor, is woman, grow to fuck up. That's it.
Yeah, you're a lawyer.
Grow
you
up.
should not be doing this crybaby bullshit. Stop it. You're an adult.
Yep.
I guess I'll say a couple of things.
Okay.
Both of you have expressed to me in briefing and now this morning your respective views of the other, and I recognize that it is.
Can I also just point out this unkempt fat chick over here? I think it's a chick. It's very important that that person's face is not blurred and
Yeah.
where they're sitting, because
Well,
that
they're
means
sitting-
this person is part of the I guess it'd be the city's defense team over here.
Yeah.
Look at this slob. You're in a court, for fuck's sake.
Is it so hard to dress up for court? I mean, just at least wear your best clothes instead of looking like a shameless hobo.
This dude is wearing a nice suit. She is ready for her Instagram filters, and she just crawled out of a dumpster.
Right? Like a hippie dumpster behind a head shop.
This is the city's defense team.
Yeah.
Look at these guys. He's in a nice suit. He's in a nice suit. She's in a nice suit. Oh, fuck. All right.
Given that that it is hard to be in the same room for the two of you on this case. I
Tell her to grow the fuck up. Be a man.
Seattle.
didn't hear you asking me to do anything. You've brought this to my attention.
I'm requesting additional sanction for the behavior displayed against me in this courtroom as soon as Your Honor turns its back. The gendered language, the discrimination, the harassment, the blatant disrespect that Your Honor has already found this man guilty of by virtue of your order for sanctions.
Excuse me. She addressed him instead of you.
It just really honestly is obscene. And the question I asked was to determine whether he had instructed his witness regarding the potential for survivability testimony that Your Honor had ruled on earlier. And yesterday, I voiced an objection. I asked on what basis was he telling my co-counsel not to speak with a
Right.
particular witness. It was
So,
all outside your presence.
okay.
I'm asking
So
for
if
additional
if you're moving for additional sanctions, I'm going to give you an opportunity, like you've expressed something here orally. I will give you an opportunity to respond in writing because I was not present when
He was mean to me when you weren't looking.
Yeah. Mom, he's not touching me.
Yes.
this occurred. I am mindful of my jury and our time and witnesses. So we're going to finish with the witness testimony this morning. I have not ruled on this. I got to put a place mark in it and come back.
This isn't a court of law.
Yep. This is where we're at now.
Okay. Judge No Nuts, I can solve this for you. Get a newspaper. I know they're harder to find these days, but they still exist. Get a newspaper and you roll that motherfucker up. And the next time she talks, just right on the nose. Just whack that bitch right on the nose. Problem solved, Jack.
You would think, but I have a feeling this sort of nonsense is a ongoing occurrence with this woman.
This seems like a fucking parody on Boston Legal or something.
Yeah. Look, it's too ludicrous even for Boston Legal. Denny Crane.
So
Bring up one thing. The difference between the last time that false accusations were made against me is now I have independent witnesses here who I will be gathering.
hey, counsel.
He just did it again.
Yep.
For those of you who missed it, he corrected him because he was addressing her again. When she did it to him, not a fucking peep. This guy's a pussy.
Direct your comments to me, please.
There it is.
I will be gathering declarations
Pussy.
from these independent witnesses to ask for sanctions against Ms. Nika if this.
Okay, well, there's a procedure that you have to follow before you can request sanctions. And I've been very clear on that. We're going to bring the jury out.
She can do whatever she wants, but you got to follow the rules, homie.
Yeah, he should probably file a sanction on the judge too, like with the judiciary councils and oversight.
What a douchebag, man.
I would be willing to bet that he's going to include this in any appeals motion that he files when they inevitably.
Oh, yeah.
lose this.
That judge is clearly biased.
Yeah.
All right. We have to do this. This is from Minneapolis.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Don't worry, we're not watching the whole thing. I have it queued up to the part that pissed me off and we got to talk about.
Yeah, look at that human growth hormone example too.
Oh, jeez. All right, so Officer McDouchebag here, he's going to tell us about how he thinks it's horrible what's going on there in Minneapolis where they're, getting rid of fucking illegals. But don't worry, he's got a holiday message for us.
Yeah.
It's especially personal to me, having been raised a Catholic, to be in a Christian church this morning as we are approaching Christmas. And I cannot help but think of what is happening in our city today.
Are you giving a political speech while wearing a uniform in a church on a Sunday?
I
Huh.
mean, whoops.
Huh.
And how that echoes with how outsiders have been treated for thousands of years.
Wait for it.
How Mary and Joseph themselves were considered outsiders.
No, they weren't. You fucking moron.
They were immigrants, monkey. They were
No,
they were
they weren't
pariahs.
even immigrants. All right, let's have our Bible class for the day.
Bible
Joseph
class
and
monkey.
Joseph and Mary from Nazareth went to Bethlehem because Octavian, Caesar Augustus, ordered a census. Joseph was from Bethlehem. It's his ancestral home.
What?
They went there to do the census because they were Romans.
They were
there
required
was-
to go do the census.
And there was a Roman census taking place. They went there because they were insiders, you moron motherfucker.
Yeah. Not everybody who travels is an immigrant.
Jesus Christ. This is
If
your
I-
religion, dickhead.
Well, allegedly. If I drive to Utah, that doesn't mean I'm immigrating to Utah. Just means I'm going to
Mary
Utah.
Mary didn't have to give birth in a manger because they were outsiders. There was no room at the inn because so many people were traveling for the census, you dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, and the stable guy, the hotel manager gave them the stables because he felt bad because she's pregnant and they needed somewhere to stay. And that was the best he could do.
Oh my God. They were outsiders. No, they weren't.
Historical literacy, what? Or biblical literacy? However you want to parse that.
I don't like to use people's books against them, but if you're going to sit there and try to use your faith in this manner to make it okay for illegals to be in your city where they're destroying things, and you're going to point to the story of Mary and Joseph, get it right, fucknut. No, Jesus was an anchor baby. No, he wasn't. Christ almighty. This telling gets worse every fucking year.
Yeah.
Real quick, it's dark.
Believe it.
It's Dark Conservatarian's birthday. Dark, this one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dark Conservatarian, you long name motherfucker. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sir. I hope you have a good one. Sorry about the long name motherfucker there. I'm in a mood. No, happy birthday. I hope you have a good one, my friend. I'm just so tired of these people trying to use that story as some kind of justification for illegal immigration. What the fuck Sunday school did you go to, dude?
I don't know.
I hate them. I hate them.
It's so disingenuous. There's so much wrong with this nonsense, and they're using that as a reason to not cooperate with ICE.
Yeah,
and I'm like, you're really trying to hide behind the baby Jesus?
Yes.
Seriously? That seems blasphemous.
It's very blasphemous. He's not even getting the story right. You guys don't take my word for it. Look up the story. It's in Luke. I forget which chapters, but look up the story of Jesus's birth. They weren't mean to. Literally, Joseph was from there. That's where his family was from. It's where he's from. Nazareth and Bethlehem were both part of the Roman Empire. That's why they had to do this. I hate these people. I hate them. This is a man who put on his uniform and went to a church to be blasphemous, to defend illegals.
Yeah. Well, that's the culture we have now, where people are willing to lie, cheat, and steal, blaspheme in order to get what they want. I don't know why he wants a higher crime rate in his city, but here we are.
Catholics don't have Sunday school. You're in the pews with everyone else. Oh, God. I hated going to regular church. Sunday school was fun, but our pastor, man, he was so long-winded. So long-winded. And I was like 5, 6, and 7 when I went to that church, Jack.
Ooh.
I was so bored. My little brother used to just sleep in the pew. I would get so bored. I would stare at the ceiling. And it was just a Baptist church, but our pastor was clearly brought up Southern Baptist. He was a fire and brimstone guy. He was a pound the pulpit kind of guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he would get red-faced and pound the pulpit, like arm way back, swinging like he's trying to cut down a tree. It was entertaining, but only near the end, because he always built up to that point.
Yeah. Oh, that's ridiculous.
He wasn't like that one congressman who would turn it on immediately anytime he'd start talking. I forget his name. I don't really care about him either. Anyway, over on the Streamlabs, thank you so much, Evolved Potato. Hang on, it's loading up. I thought I'd drug that out long enough so that it would be seamless, but my internet's being a douche. Thank you, Ball Potato says, I'd like to add that even when they fled to Egypt, they still didn't leave the Roman Empire. I'm pretty sure at no point Jesus ever left the empire. As far as I know, no.
Yeah, he mostly stayed, as far as I know, he stayed entirely within the bounds of the Roman Empire. There's a lot of his life that's not accounted for, but
Sure.
He was kind of preaching against the Romans, so you would want to be where the Romans are.
Yeah, I mean, again, guys, I'm not questioning your religions at all, but what this guy just said is bullshit. It's just bullshit, and you don't get to go. Oh, I was raised Catholic. Notice he didn't say he is Catholic or what he is now. I was raised Catholic, so it's important to me. I was raised Baptist, and the Bible doesn't mean anything to me. But I did read the fucking thing. You should try it, sir. And to anybody I've offended with my wording here, I do apologize. But this pissed me off. This irritated me so much. To use religion in this manner. This is what Jefferson was warning about with religion and politics being mixed.
Yeah.
Because you can get people to do all kinds of stuff because he knows nobody there is going to go read their Bible about what actually happened. Sorry, a lot of you Christians have not read your Bibles. And I don't blame you. It's kind of a long, dry read.
Yeah.
But they ain't going to go, wait, what he said isn't true. What a douchebag, man. To use your religion that way. To be like, I don't have to do my job. Render under Caesar. Anyway, Jack, on that note, we're going to wrap this one up. I got to go put down some ice melt because the entire northern part of Michigan is a fucking ice rink right now.
Yeah, well, sucker.
Is what it is. I just need to make sure that the guy coming to fix my heater can get here today.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good thing. You'd probably want him to actually do that.
My little heater's working its ass off. It's keeping it about 64 degrees down here, between 63 and 64. So it's not horrible, thank God. But I need my warmth back and to give my wife some peace of mind. Don't fall, Monk. Be very careful. You know what? This is true. When we go out, if my wife sees an ice patch 6 miles away, she's gonna be like, "Be careful, honey." She's so worried about me falling, and I love that about her. I really do. But if there is anybody who's learned to fall, it's me. And
you're like Slinky. You fall downstairs.
Alone and in pairs.
Yeah.
I will be very careful. I promise. I try very hard not to fall down because it hurts. But guys, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you for the donations. You guys are so very kind, and you're gonna pay for my heat. I appreciate it. Jack, anything you want to show?
I'll drop a link in the chat to something I did. As always, thank you guys so much for the tips. Thanks for coming out and watching the show, especially when we do these late shows. It's always nice to see such a good turnout. You guys are awesome, and stay sexy out there. Happy birthday to all you birthday people.
Dangerous says just stay away from the black ice. The entire thing is black ice, man. Half of my driveway is asphalt, half of it's concrete. So the whole thing is ice, man. It's white ice, black ice, probably got some Chinese ice out there. I'm not sure.
Is it arresting illegals?
Yes.
Oh, good job.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Jack, a pleasure as always.
Always glad to be here.
Asscrete, stop it. Guys, take care of yourselves. We love you. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Oh, I do have some stuff to do tomorrow, so as long as I don't get hurt, we'll be here tomorrow. Take care, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye.
I haven't sung since earlier today, but you couldn't hear it, so this is for you. Pretty sure I was singing earlier today. Let me end the stream. Shit.